The golden sun hung low over Ouagadougou, casting long shadows across the bustling city. The sounds of life echoed everywhere. The chatter of market vendors, the laughter of children, and the rhythmic hammering from a nearby construction site. It was a normal day for most, but not for President Ibrahim Traoré. That day, destiny had decided to write a story that would touch the hearts of millions. After a long morning of meetings and briefings, Ibrahim decided to take an unplanned drive through the older parts of the city, the place where his roots lay, where dust roads told stories of childhood dreams and barefoot laughter. He often did this when he needed peace, to remind himself of the boy he once was, before power and politics claimed his time. His convoy moved slowly through the narrow streets of an underdeveloped district, where small shops leaned against one another and children ran past with sticks and wheels, their joy unbroken by poverty. As Ibrahim looked through the window, his eyes caught a familiar sight, a construction site. Men worked under the harsh sun, their shirts drenched in sweat, lifting bricks, mixing cement, and calling out to one another in tired but hopeful tones. Something inside him stirred, a strange pull, like a whisper from the past. He asked his driver to stop. His security guards hesitated, but Ibrahim's quiet authority left no room for objection. He stepped out, the dust rising gently under his boots as he walked toward the site. As he approached, two men caught his eye. They were older, their faces carved by years of hard labor, but something about them, their laughter, their gestures, struck a deep chord in his memory. One had a small scar near his eyebrow. The other wore a worn-out cap that reminded him of the days they used to play football together in the schoolyard. He stopped a few meters away, studying them quietly. His heart pounded. Could it really be them, his childhood friends, Issa and Brahima, the two boys who once stood beside him through hunger, hardship, and dreams of a better life? He took a slow step forward. "Excuse me," Ibrahim said softly. The men turned. For a moment, they didn't recognize him. Who would imagine that the president of Burkina Faso would be standing in the dust of a construction site? But then, as Ibrahim smiled, something clicked. Their eyes widened. "Ibrahim?" one of them whispered, disbelief and emotion flooding his face. "Ibrahim Traoré?" Before they could say another word, Ibrahim opened his arms and embraced them both tightly. The three men held on to each other, tears welling up, the years between them melting away like morning mist. Workers nearby stopped what they were doing, watching in silence, as the nation's leader hugged two laborers as if they were family. "Issa, Brahima, after all these years," Ibrahim said, his voice trembling. "I thought I'd never see you again." Issa wiped his eyes. "We thought you forgot us, Ibrahim. We used to watch you on the news and tell people, 'That's our friend,' but no one believed us." Brahima smiled faintly, his hands still dusty from cement. "Look at you now, and look at us," he said softly, a hint of shame in his tone. Ibrahim shook his head immediately. "Don't ever say that. You stood with me when I had nothing. You shared your food when I was hungry. You gave me strength when life felt impossible. You are my brothers, and nothing can change that." They sat together under the shade of a half-built wall, sharing stories from the past. The days they used to skip school to play football, the nights they'd lie on the grass staring at the stars, dreaming of becoming something great. But as the laughter faded, Ibrahim couldn't ignore what he saw. The tiredness in their eyes, the roughness of their hands, the quiet resignation of men who had struggled too long. He asked them how life had been. Issa spoke first. "After you left for the military academy, things became hard. My father died, and I had to work to feed my family. Construction is all I know now." Brahima added, "I tried to start a small shop once, but it failed. The city changed, and I couldn't keep up. But it's okay, we survive, one day at a time." Ibrahim's heart tightened. He realized how cruel fate can be, how two men of such strength and loyalty could be left behind while he rose to power. He felt guilt, but also deep gratitude. He stood up, looking around the site, the scaffolding, the tools, the dust. "You will not work here another day," he said firmly. They looked at him, confused. "Issa and Brahima, from today you will work with me. I want you both to be part of my personal staff. I need people around me whom I can trust completely, people who know my heart, not just my title." Their eyes widened again, disbelief flashing. "Ibrahim, you can't... We're not educated enough for that," Issa said hesitantly. Ibrahim smiled. "Education doesn't teach loyalty. Life does, and you've already passed that test." Tears rolled down Brahima's cheeks. "Brother, are you serious?" "As serious as the promise we made under that mango tree 25 years ago. Remember what we said? That no matter where life takes us, we'll lift each other up when we can." The crowd around them began to applaud. Word had spread quickly. The president had reunited with his childhood friends and was offering them a new life. Phones came out, capturing the moment that would later flood social media and move an entire nation. That evening, the three men sat together in the presidential residence. No luxury or title could overshadow the simple joy of reunion. Ibrahim personally served them dinner, insisting they eat like they used to, together, laughing, sharing stories, teasing one another. He arranged homes for both families, education for their children, and small businesses for their wives. But more than the gifts, it was his love and humility that left them speechless. When journalists later asked Ibrahim why he did it, he simply said, "Power means nothing if you forget the people who helped you climb. True success is when your journey uplifts those who walked beside you when you had nothing." Days turned into weeks, and the story of the reunion became a symbol of hope across Africa. People spoke of friendship, loyalty, and the humanity of a leader who never let power cloud his heart. Sometimes Ibrahim would look out from his office window and see Issa and Brahima laughing with the guards or playing football with his staff's children in the courtyard. Those were the moments he cherished most, reminders of where he came from and who he truly was. Life had taken them all on different paths, but destiny, patient and kind, had brought them together again. And this time, Ibrahim promised himself he would never let them drift apart. Because some bonds, forged in struggle and strengthened by time, are unbreakable. If this story touched your heart, make sure to like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more emotional and inspiring stories from around the world. Comment below. True friendship never dies if you believe that real friends always find their way back to each other. Thank you for watching.